This video was sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store by using my referral link in the description below. Okay. Well, it's probably Undercover Operative. It's a nice, very strong card. Yeah, clones are always nice at 4 mana, and this one comes with shield counter upside, and a shield counter is worth like 80% of a card, something like that. So yeah, I do like Wing Shield Agent too, another shield counter card, but I do think the Operative's better. After that, this pack's not great. Probably Strangle is where I'd go. Backup Agent and all the 2-drops in the format have all been better than they would otherwise be. But yeah, we'll start with an Operative here. Okay, so probably Disciplined Duelist. This thing, another shield counter card. It's very strong. If you look on 17 lands, it's one of the highest rated non-rares or mythics in the whole set, and that makes sense because not only does it have a shield counter, it has double strike, and that is an amazing combination because it takes something with at least 3 toughness to actually remove the shield counter. And even when they do, the other thing still dies, and this sticks around for another swing. So, yeah, we take the Duelist. You know, Connoisseur and Veteran are both fine. 2-drops, as is Requisitioner. Wouldn't mind an Adjudicators, but yeah, we're going Duelist here. All right, I think we grab the Backup Agent. Like, you know, going into the format, would I have thought that this is a Pack 1, Pick 3 card? No. Although, it's funny, I'm always higher on these 2-mana 1/1s that put a counter on something than most people. I always like them in most formats. But in this one, the counter matters, being a citizen matters, and it's a 2-drop, so it really is important in this format. More so than it would be in most. So, yeah, and I like it more than the Lackey by a little bit. Red, of course, is pretty open, but none of this is so good that I'm, like, gonna jump into red, I don't think. Another Backup Agent. I think that's probably just where we go here. Lands that don't do anything for us. And Psionic Snoop is one of the few connive cards that you end up not playing more often than you play. So we'll take Backup Agent here. Alright, so we've got a Broker's Hideout. We've got a Kaldaya Strongarm. Some decent but unexciting blue cards. Scuttling Butler. I have had one deck where this worked, but I think that was sort of the exception. I think most of the time it's harder to make this work than I thought it would be. Hideout is nice fixing, but I think I'm in on the Strong Arm a little more. So we have a bunch of counters already. So if we see Regulators, Celestial Regulators, we're going to be all over that. All right, so interesting pick here. Corpse Appraiser is great. Obviously, where we're headed right now in the draft, it doesn't really work. And there's good enough stuff in this pack that I don't think I take it over them. Namely, Rooftop Nuisance and Adjudicators. Civic Gardener's even okay. It's not as good as Backup Agent, but it does. It is a citizen and a 2-drop. These are both pretty good. They have kind of similar effects on the game. I think the fact that this comes with fixing is nice. I mean, you know, this is often 3 mana, draw 2, tap 2 things, which is good. But I think the value in the end is kind of comparable to an Adjudicator's. Alright, I think we want a Lackey more than a Civic Gardener. The question is going to become, what's our primary 2 colors and what are we splashing is the thing. And I'm not sure what the answer is yet. It'll be determined in some way or another. I guess right now it looks kind of like it's green that we're splashing. Let's grab the Lackey. Okay. I think we grab our first Gathering Throng here over an Initiate. The Throngs are just great. As long as you have 2, they're good. And if you have more than that, they become one of the best cards in your deck. So we're going to go ahead and grab a Throng. So yeah, right now, green is the splash color, I would say. And blue-white is our base. I always think this guy looks like Tom Hanks, but I haven't seen anyone else say that, so I think I'm alone. I think I'm alone there. This gets islands and swamps and mountains. That doesn't really help us. This gets forest and plains. Yeah, so we're interested in Cabaret Courtyard. This pack has gone pretty well so far. Even, I mean, you know, Brokers is sort of, everybody knows Brokers is really good. All the content creators are saying it, myself included. So it is getting harder to draft as good, which is a good thing, because that'll improve this format. But although, here's another Adjudicators this late, and that surprises me. The Dagger's nice. I mean, I play it in a lot of my decks, but Adjudicators is just really good. It's the best of this cycle, I think. I mean, it helps that this color pair is like the color combination is so strong. I guess we'll take a Waterfront District. There's a small chance we splash black. I mean, something crazy would have to happen. I think here we'll take a Parcel. It's more likely we play it because, you know, has dual uses. I like the Crocodile, honestly, more than I like Witness Protection. Yeah, Capenna Express probably doesn't make the cut, but we could play it. So this is the Obscura land. What else do we have here? Well, we've got a Grifter who's quite good. We've got a Rafine's Informant who's really good. Nuisance, Veteran, Civil Servant. Right now, green isn't really our base, but I could see us shifting towards a blue splash without too much going on. But the question is, I mean, I do think Civil Servant's better than Rafine's Informant and Hypnotic Grifter. But it's less likely we find a way to make this work right now. I guess it's not a lot less likely. Yeah. I think I like Civil Servant enough more than the Informant here. Yes, the format is kind of underwhelming. I did a whole video on it in Needs and Notes this weekend, if you want to hear a more detailed analysis of that. But yeah, I'm with you. So Hold for Ransom's not bad. I think that's probably where I go. I have a lot of citizens. Even without counting, I know I do. Because we have Throng, 2 backup agents, Disciplined Duelist. And even the Sparta's Adjudicators are citizens. So yeah, I could see, you know, the only thing about becoming a blue splash instead of a green one is the Operative gets harder to play. All right, interesting pick here. Mage's Attendant in a vacuum is better than the Throng, but I think when you're taking a second Throng, the Throng is better than Mage's Attendant. Yeah. I think we take a Throng here. I mean, we'd need... It's not impossible to splash the Operative. I mean, or have blue be like our third color and splash the Operative, but it could be hard. We'll just have to see. White is clearly, like, gonna happen. Blue or green being our secondary color, or third tertiary color is the question. Okay, well... Oh, wow. What's going on here? So, I really want Darling of the Masses, but there's a Mysterious Limousine here, and we definitely take it. I mean, it's just a great removal spell that also happens to be a vehicle that has all sorts of silly upside, like in terms of, you know, blinking things and stuff like that. So we definitely take it. Darling is good. Adjudicators is good. It might just wheel. And even these two drops are things that I would like, but we take the limo for sure. You know, all these things that are double colored are a little challenging in this format, because you end up, you know, with one of these could be our tertiary color. This does maybe push us a little harder into being blue-white, but we'll see. Okay, well, there's an Inspiring Overseer. We're definitely doing the right thing in our seat, I think, because we're getting lots of nice cards that I wouldn't really expect to see. Protector's nice. Even Angelic Observer could be nice for us, and so is the Plaza, but Overseer is just a powerhouse. So yeah. Alright, so we've got Fixing and a Skycrier. How are we doing on low drops right now? I mean, we're not doing a great job on them. So it's a question of whether I take the 2 or the Fixing. I kind of feel like we need the 2. They're very important in this format. And we do have 2 adjudicators, so our mana's a little better than it looks. Still kind of feels like blue-white's our base. I mean, white itself is what's crazy open. Maybe it'll just be mono-white. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, another really hard pick here. So Rafine's Informant's great, but we have a mountain of counters, and I think the Regulator's just better when that's true. So, yeah. I guess we don't have a mountain of them, but we have a lot, and we're going to get more. So, yeah. All right, so yeah, if I take a Lackey here, I do think we're leaning pretty hard into blue-white being our base and splashing green, like it looked like for a while. That Civil Servant got me a little interested, but apart from that, I haven't seen anything else that makes me want to change things up. Okay, so nice 2-drop still here. I do think having 1 Rooftop Nuisance is generally a good idea in this kind of deck, and I think we take it over a 2. I'm going to take the blue card. I'm not playing any of the rest of this stuff, and at least if I cut blue, maybe someone will get out of blue. Nice. So, yeah, green is our splash color, so the Veteran is definitely a better option as our 2. Oh my god. Another Adjudicators and an Agent. I think we take the Agent here. Yeah, I mean, our fixing's going to be good enough if greens are a splash. But I think just grabbing another Agent is pretty good. Okay. So, Darling of the Masses is here again. And we can certainly play it in our deck. How many citizens do we have? 11? Yeah, Darling of the Masses it is. So we take the Darling. It does mean we want like a Cabaret Courtyard or some more fixing, even a little more now. But Darling is really good. Tenacious Underdog is a strong one. Fixing? I mean, I could take Freelance Muscle. It's good. But maybe I just want Skybridge Towers. Makes our mana better. Yeah. Towers it is. Okay. Well, Obscura Interceptor's great. Our mana's just not going to be good enough to play it, though. Going 4 colors is doable in the format, but not when you have this much fixing. I think we're pretty interested in Fairy Vandal. It's a great 2-drop. There is an Obscura Storefront and another Adjudicators, but the Vandal's really good. And a 2-drop. And 2-drops matter in this format, and in most. Probably don't play Sewer Crocodile. Yeah. Would love more Regulators. There's Lagrella. Yeah, works for me. You know, the Connoisseur is a good 2, but, well, first of all, green's a splash color. Second of all, Lagrella's better. And these blue cards are good, too. Lagrella's still better. We could definitely use a little more removal. I mean, right now, we're counting on tapping things down, mostly. We do have some removal, but, you know, Prize Fight would be nice, but we're just gonna grab Lagrella here. Okay, so how do our 2s look right now? Pretty good. Yeah, plenty good, actually. So I think we take an Adjudicator here over, you know, first of all, green 2-drops, but also over Initiate. Bypass has been a little better than I expected, but if you're not in... I kind of feel like you need to be in Obscura to take full advantage of it, and we're not. So I think we take another Adjudicators here. And another Lagrella and another Adjudicators. Well, we're taking another Lagrella. Taking another backup agent really happily. Man, Brokers was very open in this draft. I mean, the one regret I maybe have, like I said, is removal, but it's not like we don't have any of it. You know, Disdainful Stroke has been plenty playable. Am I more interested in Run Out of Town or a little chat? Maybe. We do have lackeys, so a little chat gets better. And I think we take Run Out of Town. We're low enough on removal that it may make the cut. Yeah, you know, one could play this just so they could cast it, but it's not like it's that good. I'm just gonna, well, yeah, let's grab another Crocodile. Small chance we play it. Hey, Obscura Storefront works for us, and it's free. I like that. Yeah, we got enough fixing. Probably don't need to play this parcel. More regulators would have been nice, but yeah. Yeah, more Throngs would have been nice, but we got 2, and that's enough. We're maybe not that good at drawing cards with this. We actually aren't conniving that effectively overall in the end. But yeah, do we have any connive? How weird. Alright, let's take a bypass here. And a bruiser. I mean, plenty playable cards there. Deck turned out pretty good overall, though. I'm pretty happy with it. For sure. I like Strong Arm, but it may get axed here just to make our mana a little easier. And we have a bunch of 5s anyway, so. And then... Man, this is going to be a tough one to trim. I think in the end we probably don't need Run Out of Town. So Fairy Vandal is kind of underwhelming in this deck. I think Rooftop Nuisance is the only way we have to draw extra cards. Right? Technically, this isn't drawing cards. It's sad, but I think maybe our Vandal is just not good enough. I mean, it's still a 2-mana 1/2 with Flying and Flash, which is fine, and we can put counters on it with our 4 backup agents, so maybe there's something worse, but I'm not really seeing it in this deck. I think Skycrier is going to be better than it in this deck. I guess Skycrier plus Fairy Vandal. That's one way to draw extra cards, but we don't really want to do that very often. So, yeah, I think it might just be the Vandal. Is the Vandal better than Broker's Veteran? Maybe. It's evasive. This does give us a counter, which our regulators like, but, you know, we have 4 backup agents. We're not hurting a lot for counters. I think we do need 3 adjudicators. They're good fixing and just good in general. You know, the tempo they give you is insane. You know, we have multiple things in this deck that come down and get a blocker out of the way or generate value right away, and they're going to be good. They're also citizens, so. Yeah, we have 2 rares. We have Operative and Limousine. Vandal or Veteran is what we're looking at here. I think the Vandal's probably better. Just being evasive is good. And on occasion, we'll Rooftop Nuisance and it'll get a counter. Or in a really weird situation, using Skycrier will give us lethal. But it just being evasive and, you know, we can put counters on it. We can exile it with Lagrella. All that stuff is pretty appealing to me. So, mana-wise. I don't think we need 4 forests. I guess we only have 1 of these that can search up green, but we have 3 adjudicators. So I think we can probably go down to 3. And we probably want to go up to 6 on plains. So that gives us 9 white sources, 7 blue, and 4 green. Do I like that? Do I think I need more islands? We do have Undercover Operative, which is one of the better cards in our deck. So maybe we go down to 8 white sources and up to 8 blue sources. So that gives us 8, 8, 4. Yeah, I think that's the best we can do. The Adjudicators will smooth things out a little. They are clunky if that's what you're doing, but they'll smooth things out for us some. Had a good weekend, see record-wise. See if we can keep it up. Right, pretty good hand. I mean, we don't have any of our 2s, but we do have 3 of the more powerful cards in our deck, so I can't complain. And all our colors, so. Decent chance we draw a 2. I mean, our deck has enough of them. A 2 or a 1. That would be really nice. Look, we did it. And we get to flash it in. Thank you for the subs and gift subs, Cyclonic Rift. Our opponent doesn't know that we can barely generate tokens for this. Okay. Regulator, lock that down, hit them for 5, seems pretty good. And if we draw a land, we can play the Adjudicators and make whatever it is they play unable to block and attack for a bunch again. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Morning, Jason. Glad you enjoyed the Q&A. Yeah, I might do those more. I don't know. Well, they didn't play anything, so we're not really motivated to play our Adjudicators. There's probably a kill shot or something coming our way. I might still play the Adjudicators. I don't know. Just for the pressure, but it seems like kind of a bad idea. They have their own Fairy Vandal. Doesn't block anything particularly well. So I think we play our Magpie here and exile their Vandal and our Vandal, because our Vandal's basically blanked now. And we'll end our turn. Okay, that's just going to remove the shield counter. So, doesn't alarm me too much. I don't know if they knew that was only going to remove the shield counter, because they would have killed something else. Exile does not stop the shields. It's the minus effects do. Okay, so that mean we win? 4, 6. I guess we can only swing for 8 here, so no. I'm going to do this on the off chance we draw something that costs white that we want to play with our Skycrier. Kind of doubt we do. Yeah, we'd rather just play the Adjudicators here. This is the kind of nonsense tempo that these Brokers decks can generate. Okay. Interesting. So, backup agent, put a counter on the duelist. Seems like the best play here. Leaves them with no good options for blocking. They only have 3 blockers anyway. They're at 2. So, yeah, we just swing out here. What could they have here that keeps them from dying? I can't think of anything that costs 1 green that keeps them from dying here. That doesn't do it. Well, that's about how you draw it up with this kind of deck. That is about how you draw it up. Yeah, those, you know, shield counters don't stop everything. They do stop a lot of things, though. That is how I draw up a win, Tracendo. That game is exactly how I would draw it up. Oh, I think we can keep it thanks to the adjudicators, but it is not a great hand. All right. So, you know, spending turn 2, you doing mana things isn't great in this format. Unlicensed hearse, yeah. You know, going into the format, I thought that was going to be really good, and it has been a little disappointing overall. Yeah. Playing it really early, definitely pretty good, though. Ooh. Kind of a non-bow they have here with their spy and their hearse, though. Alright. So we get our mana more how we want it here. I think we'll play Skycrier. Put a token on it with our backup agent next turn. A counter, rather. What else do they have? That's... Could have attacked me with that. People forget that card has haste, I think. Okay, so... I guess we want to plains. Yeah. We have a bunch of white cards in our hands, so... This does give the hearse something to exile. We don't have a way to blow up the hearse in our deck, sadly. No cleanup crew. And Rooftop Nuisance also isn't great against the hearse. Vehicles in general, but the hearse especially. Oh, our limousine can hit the hearse, right? Or can it only hit creatures? That would make sense flavor-wise, I guess, if it could only hit creatures. They could be ramping into some big, nasty spell here. Let's hope they're not. Because they do have a ton of mana, thanks to Cormella. Luckily, our deck isn't really in on the graveyard, so... In fact, we're not in on it at all, are we? kind of don't think so. So the hearse isn't really hating on our graveyard that effectively, but it does become a big creature eventually. They attack us for 4 here. Yep. They have 2 graveyard cards in play and a hearse. Kind of interesting. So this is our only source of green right now. Okay. Using Hold for Ransom on any of these isn't particularly appealing to me. You could play another backup agent and put another counter on the Crier. We are kind of putting all our eggs in one basket, and that could come back to bite us, but it's pretty good. It does look like they're going to punish us, though. Yeah, they do. Punished. All right. Well, putting Hold for Ransom on anything makes sense. I mean, the Spy's kind of a problem. I think we do. It can still use its ability and stuff, but getting rid of a life linker from attacking us seems pretty good to me. And we can play an Adjudicators next turn. Not that our 2/1/1s are exactly exciting. Huh. No, this can block and exile something, so we don't want to do that. I think the limo can only hit creatures. I'll have to check. We'll find out when we draw it, I guess. Ooh. Yeah, that's not what you want to see. They can basically attack with both of these if they want to. I mean, I'd probably block the veteran. I don't love giving a shield counter to something, but I probably would block it if it attacked. Okay. So, do we play the Adjudicators from our hands so we keep the fixing? That probably makes sense. Even though it gives them more info, it's probably the best bet still. Yeah, they probably should have blitzed it. In this particular... Yeah, I mean, you blitz the Goon and, like, the Strong Arm, like, 80% of the time, I feel like. So we shut that thing down for now. And we can do it again next turn, so... They're playing black, so I don't really want to play this land, because if they play the 2-mana 1/1, that makes me discard. I lose my Rooftop Nuisance. And I'm not super interested in doing that right now. So yeah, they're in an awkward spot, because I don't really want to exile their Maestro's Charm, because Cormella can get it back. So... Another backup agent. All the backup agents. Tap, tap. Seems pretty good. They can get this up to a 3/3. One of them's going to crew the vehicle. Alright, so... Trying to decide if I want a Nuisance here. I probably do. Rather than hold on to the Adjudicators for later. Although, I guess getting the Adjudicators down is probably just better. I mean, the only thing is, I'd like to play Backup Agent to give it a counter, because they can double block it pretty effectively. Yeah, alright. Let's Rooftop Nuisance here. And we're going to target this. We're going to sacrifice that. So they're going to have 2 cards. We'll have 2 cards in the graveyard so they can make their Hearse a 4/4. But I think we're okay with them blocking with the with their hearse. So we draw 2 cards here. One of them's a land. Oh, I can make this a 5/5 actually. Ooh. That operative's gonna be good. Alright, so yeah, then we play backup agent. We do have 4 backup agents, so they'd be showing up. Oh, that's sad. I think I still attack, because the best they can do is trade with the hearse, or chump and put a shield counter on something. Either way, kind of okay with it. I'm also okay with them taking 4, so... yeah, probably put a shield on something. How many mana values do they have? This isn't going to increase their mana values. Hey, Milky. That's smart. Yeah, they have juice in our graveyard now, unfortunately, but they're up to 3 now. There's a shield counter on their Girder Goons. So this will be a 5/5 the next time it matters, which is not ideal. I think we copy our own adjudicators, so we get a shield counter to adjudicators. Right now, that would be the plan anyway. Oh, there's the limousine. Yeah, it's only creatures. If I can get them to animate this, you know, crew it, I can remove it with the limousine, but is that good? Funnily, I can actually crew this at some point and then copy it to exile something else. Seems pretty strong. Okay. Crew 2, right? You can be a 5/5. Which is a lot bigger than I would like. I could make a copy of this and make this a 5/5, but that doesn't seem that good to me. I'm gonna send in this backup agent, is what I'm gonna do. Let's see what happens. Giving up. Okay, they take 1. That's kind of what I thought was gonna happen. All right. So I think we play the limo and hit Girder Goons here. Ooh, do they have another counterspell that I didn't play around intelligently? No. The only way I'd be able to get the hearse is if I got them to block, which is sort of what I was trying to bait there, but it obviously didn't work. They forgot to exile something, so that's good. They can make it a 6/6, but they have to go after their own graveyard, which is awkward for them. Yeah, we just haven't been able to muster much offense in this game. I mean, we've done an okay job of not letting them kill us, but not really enough. Alright, Duelist is interesting. I could get one of 2 shield counters. Still can't really contend with the hearse very effectively is the problem. Even with 2 shield counters. So I could try to lure out the hearse again. I don't think that's the worst plan. Getting back Maestro's Charm is annoying, but I think maybe we gotta try to get that hearse to do something. Oh, the problem is I can't crew this, too. That was bad. Whoopsies. Crew 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess I can, actually. Yeah, we'll be able to, but I did not calculate that very intelligently. It's a pretty bold block. I could have tricks and stuff. We know we don't, but... So do you exile my backup agent? Probably. Yes. There goes my agent. There goes our adjudicators. And now... we play a disciplined duelist. Who then crews our limo. Then we play undercover operative. And we copy the limo. And we get rid of the hearse. Did have to do a lot here to make this happen. Are they gonna sack it? I would love it if they sacked it. Oh my god, they did. So anytime we crew and attack with this, we get value back. So that's not exactly a catastrophe. So since they sacked the thing we targeted, they don't get anything back now when we switch things out. So we're gonna get to exile something else now. We are kind of defenseless this turn, but it's only one turn. So, and it's not like they have an amazing board. So yeah, probably going to be what we need to exile. I mean, I guess, well, no, with the shield counter, they can't really block it and kill it after I exile their silencer. Okay, it's only a 1/1 silencer, but because I have Disciplined Duelist, that's actually kind of a problem. We could play more conservatively here. I could play the Adjudicators, make the silencer unable to block. Problem is they can just sack it whenever they want. The fact that they can just sack it means our Duelist is pretty much dead anyway. Yeah. So, I'm going to play this Overseer. Let's see what we hit. Right, we hit green. Yeah, I can hit the Spy, for sure. But they could still sack in response and kill an X1, so doesn't seem awesome to me. I think we play the Adjudicators here. Target the silencer. They're going to sack it in response, which is kind of what we want. So they're going to kill our poor duelist, which I can use to crew in response. We'll crew the shield countered one. They're sitting at 3 of 5 still. I mean, I definitely attack with the limo here either way. The only awkward thing is they could use Cormella to get back some pretty good stuff from their yard. So maybe I target Cormella and get them to sacrifice Cormella here. I kind of like that idea. Takes away their only blocker, too, so we crack in for 4. So do you sack in response and get... No, you don't. Okay. Well, I'm still okay with that. Still have a shield counter. And we can switch things out. I mean, Cormella's not the scariest thing to give them back. So, if they play something else really good, we can get rid of that. Alright, that's less than ideal. Speaking of good things. Might be willing to give them back Cormella to get rid of that. We do have pretty good attacks here, though. Still 3 of 5. Man! Silencers, man. They do have to discard whatever they draw here. Is the upside. Alright, well, they discarded a removal spell, so I'm okay with it. 4 of 5 now. So they can just sack the Silencer. Of course. Makes it a little harder to crew things. We can still crew our limo, though. Yeah. I think we do. Could play the Lackey first and crew it with these two. It's not bad. Let's crew the one with the shield. Okay, we can crew both of them, actually. Crewing the unshielded one is kind of a bad idea, but... Okay. Go to combat. Swing with these things. Do I give them back Cormella and take away the Inspector? I don't think so. I don't think we want to do it yet. We could start blinking between our backup agent and our Overseer. That engine might be... That might be our best bet, I guess. Seems a little crazy. So I'm guessing they're going to kill the Adjudicators here. The problem with crewing both is they could have just blocked the Limousine, killed it, and gotten back their Girder Goons and untapped. I didn't really want to do that in this scenario. I wanted to only go with one, but we're on a board now where crewing both is pretty appealing. We're going to draw a card with this, too. Ooh, they may be about to hit their 5th mana value here. They did not. Yeah, we'll be drawing a card. All right, they're gonna keep rumbling. It's a 3-4 now. Nice. Oh, we don't have... Oh, yeah, we do. I have to... If you can... It's a creature. If you control a creature to counter on it. So... I have to crew this first. Yeah. Okay. That's plenty doable, though. How much can we do here? Crew both of these. 10? We can do 10. It's not quite enough. Since they're at 11. Alright. So. Let's crew this. Let's play Lagrella. Guess I don't really need to do the Lagrella yet, so maybe I don't. Play the Regulator. Tap down the Newsy. Crew the other limo. I think we hold on to Lagrella for something super powerful they could end up doing here. Nope, we're good. We're good. So now Sanguine Spy's ability doesn't even really matter, which is good. Yeah, we'll hold on to Lagrella. For if they top deck their bomb or something. Yeah, that does not save them. The double limo plan, man. We kind of played a long game in this one. Game 1, we kind of destroyed our opponent quickly, and in this one, it was just, like, very slow. Alright, so play Lagrella. Hit their Echo Inspector and our backup agent, I guess. That's right. We don't just have one limo. We have two. Yeah, this... Alright, pretty good hand. Yeah, we haven't really done our citizen things yet, but this hand is in a good position to do it. One drop. Turn 2 Agent, turn 3 Throng, turn 4 Darling. Pretty spicy. Then there's a Mysterious Limousine. We do need double white for it someday. Hey, there it is. Yeah, backup agent. Put a counter on yourself. So, yeah. Agent, Throng, Darling, Limousine. Pretty good. Especially if they don't do anything to mess us up. We only have 2 Throngs, sadly, but... 2 is pretty good. Not busted, but, you know. Jewel Thief. Alright, yeah, so... Throng. Throng. I doubt we'll get 2 limousines ever again. That was pretty sweet in that last game, but we'll probably only have 1. Although I guess we have it in our hand right now, so we only have to, all we have to do is draw the other card, and we could get 2 of them, which is pretty funny. Yeah, they're close to just being able to slam this thing, which... Ooh. Okay. I see what you're doing here. Swinging for a bunch of damage. I mean, 6. And we just take it. If this, you know, if I could block and kill that and it actually mattered that I killed it, I would do it, but it doesn't matter. So, ooh, are they gonna sack it too? Ooh, all right. Spicy. That is spicy. It means it's gonna attack us again, which is really not good. I guess we still play the Darling. It buffs both of these creatures, so that certainly matters. So if they kill one thing, attack with Jockey, make something else unable to block, we may be about to get run over in this game. Unable to stop them. So yeah, you can play your big menace guy. Ugh. Another blitz creature is pretty bad news. Alright. We do have decent blocks here. Yeah, so... I think we try for this. I think there's a very good chance they have a trick, but we don't really have a choice. We can't really... Okay. That doesn't feel too bad, actually. I mean, we're at 8. Which isn't good. But we have a pretty good board. We can even attack with our Darling this turn. We have the Limo ready to go to deal with their big Menace Vigilance creature that's in their hand. Yeah. Pretty good. Do I attack with the Throng as well? Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. So, I think we play Overseer here. Alright, and then we end our turn. Yeah, okay. You have all the aggro, I get it. All the aggro in the world. I don't think the Kraken's actually that unbeatable. It is if you play it on turn 4, but it's pretty beatable in the later game where it's really not that scary. So I think we give up this Citizen in order to not take 4, and then we take 1 from that. They could give it double strike, but I don't think they'd need a trick to be added to the mix for that to be really potent, and they just don't have it, so. Fixer. Alright, so probably the Adjudicators is what we want to play here. Yeah. I think Adjudicators make Fixer unable to block or attack. Attack with Darling. It's pretty good. Because then we get another token. Do I attack with the 2-1 as well? They only have 1 card in their hand? I think we do. Darling of the Masses doing work. Especially against all these X2s where the tokens she makes can block them. Yeah, the Reservoir Kraken is 4 mana for a 6/6 with Ward 2. And then it also generates fish tokens if your opponent wants it to. It's definitely a very good card and definitely a bomb, but I think it's actually a lower tier bomb in the sense that it doesn't really get you back ahead from behind. It just doesn't. If you're behind, your opponent has an option. Whichever option they choose is going to benefit them significantly. So it's good, but I don't think it's the biggest bomb in the format. Broker's Ascendancy might be in the mix, but it also needs some things to be okay, but I think it has enough going on that's pretty good. Honestly, it's probably Sanctuary Warden. If I was going to say one thing in the format is a big bomb, I think it's probably the Warden. So we're going to play our Limousine and get rid of that 5/5. Huh. Do we want a Lagrella instead? Because that also lets us play our Throng. I don't think so. If I play an island, I can actually crack the Skybridge Towers at some point. Yeah, so let's play our Limo. Zap this. Now we can attack with... I don't think we attack with the Darling anymore, but I think we attack with everything else. Is that risky? Do I leave a token back to be a little careful? Yeah, we'll leave a token back. They do have to block something here, or die. In my top 10 bombs list from before the format, that's what I had as the biggest bomb, Sanctuary Warden, and I think I'd still put it there. It doesn't really matter that much that it costs 6. I mean, you know, this format's fast, but that's a 6 with 2 shield counters that can generate card advantage and Citizen, so it's good. I mean, you know, if you go 1-drop, 2-drop Broker's Charm, it's absurd, but you just can't always do that. Should I have been more cautious here because of Blitz? Maybe. Oh, they can blow up our Limo. I'm glad I have Lagrella, but we're still in a world of trouble here. So yeah, they nuke our Limo. Basically, we have to endure a couple of attacks and get through for enough in the air. And I think we can, since we're going to Lagrella the Bandits, because the Menace is a huge problem. Yeah. So, attack them with our Overseer. Oh, I'm an idiot. I had Lethal. Missed Lethal. Are we going to die because of it? Maybe, but we can play everything in our hand. And that softens the blow for sure. Alright. So, Lagrella. We're only going to hit their creature this time. Gathering Throng. Backup Agent. So, yeah. We missed Lethal, but luckily we had enough going on in our hand it didn't matter. Yeah. Rafine is great. I still can't really say it's better than the Warden, though. I don't think I can get there. Alright, pretty good hand. I mean, the double Lagrella's awkward, but, you know, sometimes they kill your Lagrella. Having 2 of them does mean we can be pretty aggressive with the first one if we want. Do I want to give them treasure? Probably not. I would have said maybe if I didn't just draw Celestial Regulator. Because now we really want this counter to be around on our next turn. So I think we just pass. Well, you can't really make the Angel work if you're Heavy Jund because it's double white, but I don't think that means it's not an amazing bomb. Dang. Okay, they're going wild over there. Alright, so turn this Plains into a tri-land. Alright, so I kind of think we just play our Throngs now. I actually have a decent enough attack here that I might go for and then play Regulator if they don't block. If they do block... Yeah. Let's attack. Alright, yeah, so I think we just play... Do I want to play my Regulator? Yeah, I do. And we tap down the Requisitioner, because it's the best attacker of the group. Obviously, they can pump that, so we're not blocking it. No way. So we have all our colors now. That was a good draw, so now I don't have to worry about playing Adjudicators. I think playing Adjudicators and making the Magician unable to block and swinging with both of these seems pretty good. One awkward thing here is we kind of do want to play the Throng before we draw our second Throng. We'll have to see if we end up there. Yeah, I have seen a lot more red-green today, it's true. So now they can generate 3 humans if they want to, which is kind of gross. Alright, so I think it's probably just Throng time. What a weird sentence. Magic. Yeah, so we attack here with Regulator. And we play a Throng. Before we draw our other Throng. And we'll play the other one too. The 1/1 tokens are going to be pretty good against our Throngs, but their other creatures aren't, so I can live with it. Okay. Play Lagrella, hit the Fixer. Guess we'll do this first. We do have 1 double blue card, so grabbing our island is a good idea. Do I want to exile my own thing at all when I play this Lagrella? I don't think so. I guess Double Strike is enough of a threat here still that it's not like I have a great attack, but I think it's good enough. I don't think we hit anything of ours this time. Do I attack with my Adjudicators? I mean, there's enough they can do here that's kind of annoying that maybe I don't want to, but it seems like it's still a pretty good attack here. I mean, I could even attack with the 2s. They can generate 3 humans right now, but I think that seems fine. Yeah, I mean, you can make a bunch of humans here. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's all fine with me. Now, you do get even more treasure, but I still have my flyer, and I thinned out your board significantly. Ooh, Gala Greeters. Well, that's awkward. I need to hit something. So, Gala Greeters plus Stimulus Package? I'm not sure we can beat that. I think I send my Lagrella in this turn and kind of hope they kill it. And then play my other Lagrella to get rid of Gala Greeters. Yeah, so let's send in Lagrella and a Regulator. Okay, so I guess I'm going to play the Overseer first, see what happens. Alright, then I'm going to play Lagrella. We have another flyer now, so that's nice. The Throngs are okay. I don't think we exile anything of ours. So they can make another 1/1 and get another trigger here. Yeah. But then it goes away. Tough, though. Gala Greeters, Cabaretti Ascendancy. Pretty nasty. That's sad. Okay, we need to draw some action. They have some pretty decent attacks. I mean, luckily our Gathering Throngs having 3 power is kind of a hurdle. Alright, another flyer will be good. Alright, then we just end our turn. Mayhem Patrol, that's not gonna be fun. Yeah, they're drawing the extra card a little too often for my tastes, but I can't really do anything about it. Counter Magic being as playable as it is in this format is pretty nice, because people just, like, have to respect it. Even though we don't have any of it right now, like, they're like, kind of have to think about Disdainful Stroke, I guess. Yeah, why didn't they kill our Lagrella? You have a point there. I guess they were worried I could do lethal, but Stimulus Package plus Gala Greeters is such a good combo that I think they would grind out enough value that the flying clock wasn't going to be enough. What a funny sentence. Alright, flash in our Vandal. I would have liked to draw our Rooftop Nuisance right about now. Calculating how much I take on the backswing. It's actually not that much because I can't pump their fixers that much. Just gonna keep holding on to cards here. They must be hitting removal. Like when they decide not to reveal it and leave it on top, it must be removal, I feel like. So that's probably not good. Yeah. Do we just take 5-ish? Up to 6? I mean, I think so. Come on, Rooftop Nuisance off the top. Okay. Well, we need to draw something real. We're in trouble if we don't. If we draw another land here, we are in trouble. Ooh. We did. Alright. Well, we still attack with our Overseer. So that puts us within range of potentially, like, drawing one of our other 3 backup agents and winning off of it. Disconnected stream. Interesting. Well, the recording's still recording, so that's good. Alright, so yeah, it's time to block. Force him to spend some mana. We go down to 11. We need a back... Oh, no. Now they can give something flying, so backup agent isn't even going to do it. Hello, everybody. Oh, we even drew a backup agent, but now we can't kill them with it. That's brutal. Oh, those gilded pinions. There is not a storm in the area, but we did disconnect. Unfortunately for us, they played a gilded pinions for those of you watching on the stream. Apologies to those of you on YouTube, since you know this, but they played a pinions, and then we drew our backup agent, which would have been lethal before the pinions came down. But come down they did. What happens if I put a counter on the Overseer and attack with both of these? That seems pretty good. Oh, the problem is they can still generate human tokens. That is a problem. Alright, so we force a block here at least. But yeah, we in trouble. Oh god, Rocco? That's probably game. I guess Rooftop Nuisance off the top, if we get to play another turn, they may be able to search up a haste creature, but Rooftop Nuisance off the top might do it for us. I guess Limousine, like, they're only going to be able to give one thing flying. So the limousine also is a possibility. You can hear me now, Twitch chat, right? It tells me I'm reconnected. It tells me I am. Good. It's a weird disconnect. Usually when I disconnect, it's because my internet did a thing. But in this case, it was either Streamlabs or Twitch that did a thing. Okay, backup agent. Do your job here. They could have libation, and that would be awful. So they're gonna give something flying, so we have to draw. We have to draw a way to get rid of a flyer off the top. That's what we're looking at. Do they have their own overseer to search up? That would be gross. You know, the games between yesterday's and today's stream have been a lot more fun than most of the games had been in this format. I mean, there's still the ones where somebody gets destroyed by value, but... yeah, so we need removal off the top. Or we're dead, more or less. You're not removal. Well, I think maybe we're dead. Yeah, we'll see, but... Ooh. Luckily, it doesn't have haste. Their deck is definitely the sweetest treasure deck I've seen in the format so far. They got there on the treasure nonsense for sure. I think we may still have one more turn to try and find a way to get their one flyer out of the way and swing for lethal. Jewel Thief having trample isn't very much fun for me. Yeah, so you're gonna block there. It doesn't really matter. You both have one toughness, unfortunately for me. But I guess I can actually kill the Jewel Thief if things break the right way. So we go to 6. We've got one more turn to find a way to get rid of their flying blocker. Can we do it? Oh my god, they have 2 Cabaretti Ascendancies. No, we can't. Well, do we have more than one more turn? I think Pyre Sledge Arsonist means we don't, because they can kill our flying blocker and then just kill us. But we can try. Maybe they'll forget they can kill us here. It's kind of what we're counting on. But yeah, they can just sack 2 treasure and then use the Arsonist to kill the Overseer, and then our hopes of ever doing lethal are pretty much gone in this game. Yeah, we needed the limo or rooftop nuisance. Uh-oh. Well, may not have mattered now. Well, it would have, because we would have gotten the flyer out of the way, but yeah. Holding on to these cards, I think, has gone a long way towards helping us. Alright, so we're going to chump. We're going to take 2. Oh yeah, I can't chump. Yeah. Yeah, I've yet to see a deck really make use of this, but their deck can definitely do it. I can't believe we have another turn. Oh, no, we don't, though, because they're going to kill our Overseer. Yeah. We don't really have another turn. It's all a lie. But maybe we do. I don't know. Maybe we do have another turn. Let's find out. Sack 2 treasure. Kill my overseer. Oh yeah, I forget they have... This has menace, so... So yeah, they're gonna buff that and then kill something. Okay. Now what happens? Magic's a funny game, you know. They needed a flyer or they were dead on the turn. We drew the backup agent, but they had it at just the right time, and that's just how it goes sometimes. We're still freaking them out with the cards in our hand is the nice thing, which is buying us significantly more time, but I think we've finally run out of it. Yeah, there's no way we don't die here. 2 menace creatures doing 6. They can buff this. Yeah. They got us. Then they have the whole Pyre Sledge angle that they could use to just kill one of our blockers if they wanted to, so... They got us, but it was a fun game. Format has been more fun this weekend. I mean, winning more has helped. But it's not just that. I mean, the games have just been more fun. I think maybe this format has saved itself from being worse than Forgotten Realms. The Skycrier ability is worth it on rare occasions, usually when your opponent dies from it. Well, good hand. You can just get a really aggressive start, and we have all our colors. But yeah, Desperation Mode is mostly what the Skycrier's ability is for. There's a limo. I think we lead with the Skycrier so that we can put a counter on it. We may have the same plan. AFR was bad because color imbalance was brutal, and none of the mechanics actually played out the way you would think they would, basically, is how I'd sum it up. Alright, well. All our eggs in one basket when that basket has flying and lifelink. Not a bad plan. We do need more mana at some point. Forgotten Realms had a lot of the same problems this format has. The mechanics don't really play out the way people expected. Is the most simple way of putting it, I guess. Alright, so I think we attack with everything. See what happens here. Nice. Yeah, I think we play a Throng and grab another Throng. What are they doing with all their mana here? Big score. See if they ramp into something amazing here. They might. Mostly, I haven't felt like big score is worth it. No, not really. Land would be big here. Yeah, land would be big here. Uh-oh. Well, if they kill our Skycrier, then it was all worth it. Yeah, good call. Good job. All that mana was nice for them. Okay. Well, we might be in trouble now. I think we can say. think Throng Lackey is fine here. What are you asking about people expecting? In which format? Yeah, Cabaretti. Seen a lot of Cabaretti today. That's pretty gross. They're doing to us what we were doing to them early. Okay, that's a pretty good draw. Yeah, alright. So Inspiring Overseer. Darling of the Masses is going to amp up this board decently enough. I don't think the mechanics are as advertised in the sense that they mostly don't matter. This set has largely played out as a glorified core set, much like Forgotten Realms did. What matters is having 2-drops and being aggressive, and that's just not that interesting. Alright, I think we blocked this Skycrier with our Overseer. Got rid of one of them. Ooh, a nuisance, you say. These are all citizens. Literally, my whole board is citizens. Unfortunately, they all have 1 toughness, but they are all citizens. Yeah, I don't really think we attack here. I think we just hang back until we can get down our limo or find a good opening for our nuisance. We may end up nuisancing in the very near future. It's definitely possible. Blitz and Connive are definitely good, but they're not that interesting, is what I would say. But, I mean, you know, those mechanics do come up. It's true. The problem is those decks more broadly... I don't know. It just... Okay, they kill that. Makes sense. Was buffing everything. Okay. So, I think backup agent... Buff one of these and attack with it is pretty good. And then we can Adjudicators a land, which will let us play our Limousine. They can obviously trade an Exhibition Magician, but that's fine. They could also just take 4 at this stage of the game. Alright. So, limousining their tokens is kind of appealing. Because we can just do it over and over. The problem is we'd have to have a board where we can actually attack. I mean, the mechanics are definitely here. But the color imbalance is a little too much. Although it is evening out. I mean, definitely evening out. Did you blitz that? You didn't blitz it. I'm happy to say. We take another 2. It's funny that we both, like, buffed a Skycrier, and so our life totals are really high, even though we've both been attacked a lot. Alright. So, Limo hit the 4-4. Seems pretty good. We've got double blue. Actually low on green. Oh yeah, this can't get green. So, I guess we're lower on white. Yeah, people do need to blitz more. It's for sure true. Although, the jockey's not in a great spot on this particular board. Yeah, we hit the entourage here. We could hit the tokens and get kind of cute, but we have to get rid of that entourage because it's very large and in charge. Problem is, we don't really have any good attackers to speak of, so... And now they have another one that's pretty good. Alright, so what I think... We both have so many X1s in play that it's kind of hilarious. Yeah, we'll take one. And now it's our turn. Ah, Lagrella, you say. So I can Nuisance and Lagrella. I think I'm down for that. So let's Nuisance and sack a backup agent. Tap down the tokens, because we don't want to get rid of them as badly, and everything else still dies in combat to our stuff. So, yeah. I can also use Lagrella to kill a token for free, basically, which is nice, but... yeah, so tap a token. Do I want to tap a token? Yeah, I want to tap a token. Let's tap one token, sack a backup agent, tap another token. Ooh, and we hit a hold for ransom in the mix. Of course, they can pay for hold for ransom pretty easily. If I play Lagrella and exile one of these, I can actually... No, I can't attack with the limo. I was thinking I could, but I can't. Alright, so let's attack with all of these. They probably just take 6. They may... Yeah, they may block with that. That's fine. So we're going to take a hit here because of the whole plasma jockey thing. But I think that's okay. Let's play Lagrella. Yeah, if we hit the plasma jockey, that feels pretty good. Actually. Although it's not like we can't block it well, so maybe we should just hit a flyer. Yeah, let's hit their Skycrier, actually. And one of our backup agents, too. End our turn. Are they going to play a cleanup crew and blow up our limo? Am I brave enough to crew my limo to block Plasma Jockey here? It's not worth the risk. It's not about bravery. It's just not worth the risk. So whatever they play, we can play in Adjudicators to make it unable to block. And attack for a turn cycle, which is pretty good. Oh no. They have their own limousine. How sad. That is sad. What do they hit of ours, though, is the question. Lagrella? I mean, that's good for them, but we get back a backup agent that'll be a 3/3 and can put a counter on something else. So it's not a disaster. You're only hitting your own thing. So they're going for the value train as opposed to the removal plan, which is pretty interesting. Okay. How about that? All right, so... I think we'll play this Adjudicators. We have all our mana, and it doesn't give them as much information about what we're doing. So we'll play Adjudicators here. Shut off Plasma Jockey. Crew our limo. Attack them for 4, 6, 7, 8. No thank you. Play Lackey. Well, I hope they don't hit anything good. Or you know what? I hope they don't hit anything. Man, we're up against Galagreeters again. So they can attack here and exile something of mine, get back their 2/1, and get a trigger from Galagreeters. Don't love it. don't love that for us. Don't play another creature. We're in trouble if you do. I mean, we're already in trouble, frankly, but good. Not playing another creature helps. Alright, so we play Adjudicators again. Shut off Plasma Jockey again. Then we put Hold for Ransom on the Overseer. Then we crew our Limo. And attack with everything. We take some damage on the backswing, but certainly not enough to kill us. Submit 0. That is not an insignificant amount of damage. Chump on the Limo makes sense. Get them down to 6, but we are out of gas officially. Oh yeah. Hold for Ransom is definitely not great in this matchup. It's not great in general. You mostly want to play it early, and we played it very late. I'd imagine they're going to exile something else of ours. No, they want to exile their own thing. Works for me. We take 4. Man, I haven't gotten to play with Gallagreators at all, but I've played against it. It feels like a million times at this point. The Duelist is good. Yeah, we can't really attack with our Limo anymore. We would blink the token permanently, which is cool. But yeah, so I think I attack with both of these 4/4s and in the turn. I have to block one of them. Yeah, the tokens aren't great against the Limo, unfortunately. Alright, so we definitely want to kill... Well, we kill both of you. And we definitely want to kill the Gallagreators. Works for me. Board's looking kind of nice. I mean, even with the value they can generate here, like, they're going to remove our Duelist and get this back, but our board's still, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. The game is still up in the air. They do have more cards in hand than we do, and they may be about to blow up our Limo. But, yeah. But overall, it feels all right. Once they have one of our cards underneath the Limo, I feel pretty good about giving, you know, the fish token situation. So, like, if they grab our Duelist here, I think we block with the Lackey for sure. Yeah, they could hit Lagrella, but I think we get more value back than they do. I guess they do get another flying lifelinker. So they're going to get our duelist here. I think we do go for the chump. That's true. If they hit Lagrella, the limo's gone. That is a good point. We're both at single-digit life, but it feels like we've both been at single-digit life for forever. Well, we don't have a counter, but it is a flyer, so that matters. Do I attack with Lagrella? Or my limo, for that matter. I think attacking with Lagrella is less risky than attacking with our limo, especially because we're just going to tap down their blocker. Yeah. So let's play the regulator here. Oh yeah, we can actually do a bunch of damage here. It's a little bit risky. It's very risky. Things could go really sideways on us here. But if I crew the limo and attack them, I have lethal. Now, they do have 3 cards in their hand. And I think it's worth it. I mean, I think this is a good way to go here. Can they end up wrecking us? Maybe. I do have lethal, but only if their hand has nothing in it. Oh my god, it doesn't. Oh man, what was in their hand that whole time? Yeah, we snuck in lethal there, thanks to that regulator. Risky. High risk, high reward, but... You know, I think this is like the 3rd or 4th time I've had the limo. Every other time I've had it, it's been, like, good. But in this draft, it's been amazing. Which is kind of what I expected. I think it just sort of... Sometimes it doesn't pan out, but we've had lots of board states where it's been great. Both as an attacker and everything else, so... No blue, huh? I think that's a problem. I mean, I can play 2 backup agents, which is good. We are on the draw. We are fairly likely to draw blue. Alright, I think we can get away with it thanks to having 2 2-drops we can play. Nice. We did it. We do need another blue at some point for our operative, but... Rumble. So, I think we probably just plan on flashing in the Vandal. It's a good place to put the counters, so, yeah. They may also attack with the Lackey and we can kill it. I mean, obviously they can get a fish out of their graveyard, but getting rid of the Lackey's body isn't nothing. Do they have Make Disappear here? Okay. Few options here. Putting hold for ransom on this initiate early honestly doesn't seem too bad. I could also play the agent and put a counter on this, and then we have Rooftop Nuisance ready to go. Sack the agent, Rooftop Nuisance, get another counter. We can do all kinds of things. Which one's the best thing is the question. I think backup agent, put a counter on the Vandal, looks pretty good here. Well, we don't hate them using their turn to connive. I can tell you that. Ooh. We had a deck earlier with the soul that was sweet. I wonder if they can reanimate it. They could be splashing black for, like, graveyard shift or something. That'd be cool for them. Okay, so let's play our courtyard. Can't get our other blue, unfortunately. We do have a double white card, so I guess we'll get a plains. Well, I don't think I want a nuisance just yet. I think we attack for 3. I think we play Gathering Throng and grab another one. So, we may be about to set up a pretty potent rooftop nuisance. If they decide to attack us again with both of these. Or even if they don't. Like, we get to rooftop nuisance here for some pretty real value. I almost hope they don't. They do, though. Okay. So if I nuisance here, I crack in for... Yeah, it's worth nuisancing. Yeah. So we're going to nuisance. We're going to casualty 1 it. We're going to tap this. We're going to sack this. We're going to tap that. It's already tapped, but it'll stay tapped. Drawing a land would be pretty good. We didn't do it, but we did draw a regulator, and that's always a great follow-up to a rooftop nuisance. When you have counters around, and we do. Alright, that's pretty effective at slowing our roll here. But... yeah, I think we regulator. You know, we could hold for ransom. That might just be better. Because I can add something else to the board. Yeah, so hold for ransom. Backup agent. Make the Throng a 4/2. Attack them for 4. Drop them to 6. Fairy Vandal's back online. We don't have an activated ability, luckily. But that is a 2-mana 2/3. If they get too aggressive here, we can punish it again with either Adjudicators or Regulator. I don't think they're going to get aggressive here, though. I think they're a little worried now. Nice. So... I think play Regulator and then Skycrier here is pretty good. Yeah, so let's play a Regulator. May have Make Disappear. Or maybe not. So we'll tap this. They have to give up a real card to block our Throng. If I make it a 5/3, that's even more true. But maybe playing another flyer is just going to be better. Yeah, I mean, playing another flyer gives us lethal in the air next turn when we add in our backup agent. So yeah, we attack with both of these. They don't have mana for Connive, so yeah. They've got to give up a real card on the board to block the Throng. So they do. Then we play Skycrier. So Undercover Operative gives us another regulator trigger, if that's what we need. Connive would be even better in a set with Landfall for sure. That'll do it. Thanks to our silly tempo plays. And we have 3 cards in our hand that shut down this flyer and win us the game. It's pretty absurd. I think we want to play the rare because it's more fun. Yeah. Got there. Yeah, we had a great weekend. You know, like I said, I played a fair bit on mobile to sort of get my bearings in this format after the debacle of last weekend. And I sort of figured it out enough to have a pretty good weekend this time. No access to blue, but chances are good we draw it, and we have 2 backup agents again. So I think we can keep this. Yeah, so we'll grab a forest. Content creation goals. I mean, wow, we've been really lucky with our mana. That is a good example of how. Well, is I'd like to make more money a good answer? Okay. I think we play the Storefront so that next turn we can play the Darling. Yeah. So Storefront, well, let's attack first, actually. Yeah, then play our Storefront. We need double blue and double white. We're more... Which one are we more likely to get? We have 4 of both left, so kind of equally, plus our other non-basics, but... I guess we'd like double white sooner, given what our hand looks like. Yeah, and then we play another backup agent. I think it buffs itself. And then we play Darling next turn and buff both of them. I mean, I really want to get to 100,000 subscribers. Getting the plaque thing is kind of a dream, you know, that they give you when you reach that milestone. All right, so, yeah. Darling of the Masses. Attack with both backups. Voice of the Vermin is annoying, but Lagrella can deal with it. No questions asked, yeah. So, we play Lagrella here. Only have 1 blue now, which is actually kind of a funny choke point. Didn't look like we were going to have a problem there, but now we do. But yeah, we play Lagrella. We're not going to exile anything of our own. Then we attack. We make another creature token. Double block? Are you going to use a trick? All right. That's kind of a 2-for-1. So, and they're at 6, so it doesn't hurt our feelings too much. We have an evasive creature in our hand, which helps. If YouTube demonetization happened, would I survive? Probably not. I mean, I would survive. I'd have to just, like, take up a bunch of classes, drive all over the local area to take enough classes to make enough money. But I guess I'd survive. So... I don't really want to attack with Lagrella. They may be able to kill her at instant speed, and if they do that, we're in some trouble. So, we should be prepared for that disaster. Especially with all their mana. Not attacking does reduce the number of things they can use to kill her, at least. Okay, so they go to 3. We'll flash in the Vandal at the end of their turn. Kind of interesting they didn't decide to make another token and double block the one of the backups. By the way, thank you for the follow, Tupper Glass. Comes a Fairy Vandal. Another flyer. And one that can buff our Vandal in a pinch. Do I empty my hand? Okay. Well, now I kind of have to. They may just kill both our backup agents here. They're gonna go to 1. That is bold. All right, so Skycrier. You know, the Lackey gives us value out of the yard. The problem is, I mean, they need double white for depopulate, so I think we're okay. I think we pressed the advantage. I mean, everything is lethal when they're at 1, so even just having a Lackey around is a problem for them. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, if for whatever reason YouTube I stopped getting money from YouTube, I'd probably have to get some other job other than teaching, because getting enough classes to make enough money, the necessary money that we need, would be very difficult and exhausting. So I'd probably just have to get a job outside of academia. If I could get a tenure track job, that would solve that problem for sure. But getting one of those is not easy these days. So that's probably what would have to happen. All right, another pretty good hand. I mean, you know, not having all of my mana be untapped is a thing, but so we need to get a plains with this, and we're going to get an island with that. So I think that means we want to play, yeah, we'll play backup agent next turn. Although maybe just playing the Vandal first is going to be better. Yeah, let's get the Vandal down. So we'll flash in the Vandal at the end of their turn. Ugh. So Lagrella can deal with that, is the good news. Yeah, that's not really what I was hoping for here. Alright, we'll grab a Plains. Yeah, we'll just attack with our Vandal and play the Lackey. take 3 from an underdog. Probably play the Throng here. Yeah. Seems pretty good. Fourth land is nice. Yeah, I think we go for Throng. You always want to make sure you play your Throng before you draw your other one. And we can do that here. So we will. I actually think we rumble with both of these. Could end up having a big rooftop nuisance turn again, depending on how things pan out here. I think... It seems like blocking the underdog is worth it, though. It'll make our rooftop nuisance turn a little less impressive, maybe, but... You know, making them... You know, they can blitz it back and all that nonsense, but I'm not sure... Seems like it's going to be too slow. Of course, now we hit Lagrella. Come on, Lagrella. Yeah, not really worth nuisancing now. Do I play backup agent or Throng? Probably Throng again. More attack for 2 here. Play the other Throng. Oh no. Well, we may have just lost. Evelyn's that good. They get a backup agent and a corrupt court official. Yeah, that's not good. If they play another vampire, we're really out of it. Ouch. They do only get 1 a turn, so I can hit it with Lagrella now, and they never get that card. That's not too shabby. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. We don't really want to give them another free card. Do I hit anything of mine with Lagrella? I don't think so. The only annoying thing is if they do kill Lagrella, they get this back and they get the trigger again. But we kind of have to hope they can't deal with Lagrella, I think. So, I guess maybe because of that value they can get, maybe exiling like our Throng is worth it here. Yeah, let's exile our Throng. Because we're going to get crushed by... I mean, we're probably still going to get crushed by it, but at least now we have a 5-3 when they kill our Lagrella. And obviously that's pretty good. Guess we'll adjudicate. We do have, well, we don't have double white, so like if we top decked our limousine right now, we wouldn't be able to play it, so it's probably worth doing. I mean, we'd probably end up just casting it in the end, frankly, but... Oh, no counters right now, but... Flyer, tap effect. I mean, I guess we probably wait it out. Just play adjudicators here to add the body. Though, again, if we draw our limousine, we're going to be pretty sad about that. I could nuisance, but it doesn't accomplish much. We know they have a bunch of mana up, too, so I just can't really count on things just going my way here. Maybe I can, though. Yeah, let's go ahead and rooftop down the 2/2 power creatures. Land. Can we get a counter? So we can actually lock down this whole board for a turn now. Seems pretty good. Do they have Make Disappear? Am I brave enough here to attack with my Lagrella? I think so. There's not a lot that would... You know, if they were in white, I probably wouldn't do it, because there's 2 white removal spells that kill attacking creatures. It's less likely they have it. I mean, and if they have it, they could use it whenever they want to anyway. So, yeah. It doesn't make that much of a difference that we attack. Okay, yeah. So they do have it. Not good. So they trigger their Evelyn again. We do get our 5/3. But now they have an Adjudicators, a Ready to Rumble, a backup agent. Yeah. I think we lose to Evelyn here. They do have an entirely tapped down board, but they can also just play like the Adjudicators here and kind of shut us down. I do have my own Adjudicators, which will allow us to swing for a bunch. They don't know that. Well, they do know that. I also have an Operative, which I can use to copy a Regulator. We might be able to get it done. See you later, Von Ham. They're just generating so much value that it's hard to imagine. Worth copying Evelyn. You know, that might be our best bet in terms of generating card advantage that can compete with them. You can copy other creatures too, you just don't get a shield counter. You get a shield counter if you copy your own. It depends on what they do. If I can swing through for a ton of damage here, then that's what I do. And kind of looks like we're going to be able to. They do regain access to all these cards, but none of them are instants, so they can't do anything with those right now. They must have something in their hand here that will allow them not to get completely wrecked here. That's the only thing that makes any sense to me. Yeah, so we do lose double white if we do this, but I think it's probably worth it. So, Adjudicators. Make it so Evelyn can't attack or block. Swing for 9. Yeah, you can block that. Ooh, do you have a trick? Yeah, that's not good. You do drop them to 9. That was my creature. I got it back. That's cool. I was like, what just happened? Okay, so we're going to put a counter on Regulator. I don't think they thought that was going to happen, and I didn't really think it was going to happen either, frankly. So, so that wasn't too bad. Yeah, they get to Ready to Rumble. And that isn't great for us. Do I want another Vandal? I wanted to copy that Regulator, so I should have put the counter on the Vandal. I think. Alright, so we undercover Operative and copy the Adjudicators for sure here. We could copy Evelyn, but I think we keep our foot on the gas pedal here. They have their own Adjudicators, but yeah. So, shut down Evelyn. Then we attack with all of these. Alright. They are down to 5. They're on a 2-turn clock. They can't really use their Tenacious Underdog, so that's nice. They can use the Adjudicators to shut down our flyer, though. which slows us down. They'd rather appraise corpses. Oh, they also get another Evelyn trigger? My god. Are we going to be able to beat Evelyn? I don't know. They just got another Adjudicators. Man, if we drew another Adjudicators off the top, this would have been over. But they took it from us. Actually, they exiled the one from our graveyard. So never mind. I mean, we're going to get in for 3 this turn and threaten lethal next turn. That's what they got. Freaking Disciplined Duelist. Yeah, that's not good. That would have been a good card off the top, too. They haven't hit a single land, have they? Off of their 6 Evelyn cards. They've hit no lands, I think. Must be nice. Yeah, we could draw our limo off the top. That's true. Another vampire. There they go. They hit 2 lands that time. Ooh. So that's gonna buff that to 3. Okay. Let's play our Overseer. Hold for ransom. I mean, yeah. It's kind of useful. Put hold for ransom on Evelyn. Now that means we can attack with this, this, and this. Backup agent isn't worth the attack. But I think the Adjudicators is. Can they get back a really good spell, actually? Oh, yeah. Never mind. The Adjudicators isn't attacking. We do not want to give them another spell. So they can play their own Adjudicators and shut down our flyer now, but the fish will be able to do lethal, and we have another flyer. So, yeah. We'll just get in for 4 there. It's gonna be amazing if we beat Cormello and they have, like, this many free cards from it. Would be amazing. We have 3 evasive creatures, all of whom are lethal. So you've got to gain life, or kill all 3 of them, or something. I don't know what they can do, even with all the cards they have. Interesting. Well, yeah, we don't know what the other 4 cards in their hand are, so they could have something. They don't, though. So, we had 2... Yeah, this was a great weekend in the end. You know, our first draft of the weekend was an 0-3 that was really miserable, sort of left over from last week. But then the other 4 drafts were all 6 or 7 wins, so I think we can live with it. I think we can live with it on the whole.